Hello, my darling Fumination. How are you? How are we? I'm going to give it a little bit of time so you guys can come in. I wasn't planning on doing this live, but things are ticking up. Yeah. Quite quickly. And so I said to myself, you know what? Let me go live. I haven't gone live in a while so that we can catch up. Hello, my darlings. How are you? How are we? Oh. This thing done naka kelego. Done naka. Yes, from Panama. I can see you, baby. How are you? How are we? I'm going to let you come in. I'll give it a couple of minutes before we can kick it. I'm going to try my best to do as many lives going forward so that I can unbox all of the packages that you have sent me. Baby, when I tell you, I'm going to have to be filming. I'm going to have to, oh, Phaedra, how are you? Hi, Fumi. Greetings from Washington, D.C. Phaedra is my favorite girl. Phaedra has been with me from the beginning. How are you, Mama? How are you? How are we? Are you buying your T-shirts? Are you living for your T-shirts and your tote bags? Baby, we're selling out. And I have a treat for you. Yes, I do. How are you? Your new follower, Mimi. How are you, Mimi? You're so very welcome. Well, things are taking shape in the Regina Daniel saga and her oldie goldie husband. Do you remember the Golden Girls? Who remembers the Golden Girls? Well, her husband, for those of you that are not privy, Regina Daniels is an actress. She's in Nollywood, which is like Hollywood in Nigeria, Africa. Nollywood darling that started her career at 7 years old. Her mother is also an actress. And when she turned, some say 16, some say 18, I don't know which, but she got married to this older man who was literally 40 years older than her. And that's not the beginning of it. On top of that, he had 5 previous wives. He even has children that are older than her. Everything took a turn after the bling bling because she's got like 15 million followers on Instagram. So she's on TikTok as well. She's on YouTube. She shows all of the bling. Our relationship is fabulous. Mwah, 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 mwah. Until somebody went live with an audio of her screaming and crying outside of her marital home, saying that she was nobody in her husband's house, but she's somebody in hers. And the whole thing went ballistic. It just went viral. And so I covered a lot of it. I am half Nigerian. I'm American as well. I love being American. I'm British as well. But I was born half Nigerian and half Gambian. So this is kind of sort of from home for me. And so that was how, you know, a lot of my followers said, Fumi, you have to cover this. So I covered it all last week. I went on to do other things. And then we've now come back. Because her to-be ex-husband, so to speak, has arrested the brother, brought him from Lagos, took him back to Abuja, arrested the sister, the older sister. The younger sister is about to be arrested. The mother came out to say, oh my God, that Regina gave him 50,000 US dollars for his campaign. The brother in England came out to say that he was this and that and that and this. He was, he was so ashamed and he did not want anything to do with his brother-in-law and was against it from the gate. Do you ship T-shirts to the US? Darling, we ship internationally. How can I not ship to the US? And for those of you that are asking, do you ship to Grenada? Do you ship to Canada? Just go on the website. Make your charge and just see, and it will let you know whether it ships or it doesn't ship, but we ship internationally. We ship to the US, my darling Dina, and you're going to live and love. Let me get one of my tote bags. I'll be right back. Because I just love them so much. So I'm carrying my black one constantly because it just goes with everything. And then when I want a pop of color, I have my orange, I've got pink, I've got baby blue, and I also have ice cream. That's what I call it because it's a cream combo and it's absolutely fabulous. And I have my fabulous t-shirts, which I wear under a jacket, I wear under my suit, I turn it up, I twist it. I'm going to have an episode with you guys to show you how to style it. And then, of course, I always have my logo in the back. And this one is eating your salads, minding your business, because it's all about just really detoxing your life from negativity, from stuff that doesn't serve you, from jobs that you're not happy with, but you got to pay the bills. The mere fact that you're thinking about it, now you have to act out on it. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's not necessarily just eating your salads. It's a matter of mental health, spiritual health, physical health, you know, and just really just having healthy people around you and just have a healthy positivity going forward. So that's where we are at. I'm going to play a video of which I have not watched, hence why I have this live. And we're going to listen to Regina Daniels and what she has to say. Fumi, you need to check out a woman called Olandira from Love Island. Her outfits are amazing. Okay, you know what? I'm going to screenshot that right now because I get a lot of information from you guys. So I'm going to screenshot and I will double check her. Thank you, Mama. So we're going to bring up Regina Daniels. You guys don't forget to like, to subscribe. You got to like and subscribe because I'm committing myself here. Okay, so we got her up. I'm going to bring her up on stage and let's watch this together because I have not listened to what she has to say. And then from there, we will assess the matter.
Guys, so I'm here, finally in front of a camera, trying to explain my family's problem. Like, oh my God. Guys, walai, I had to wear this wig. Look, it's 5 a.m. I haven't slept. Like, because I can't. I had to put on this wig and like just make this video. Okay, let's get straight into the video. My family is actually in turmoil. It's crazy. It's crazy. But we will definitely come out of it. So what gave me the courage to make this video? It's just seeing how my family is fighting. Like, everyone is fighting for me. My brothers, my mom, my sisters, hey, everybody is fighting. And to think my brother just started, what's that thing, a petition. And guys, in less than how many hours, there are a lot of people, like a lot of people signed up. Like, how? Why? But yes, then, I mean, it means war. That's what this video means. This video shouldn't even exist in the first place because I'm too big for it. Type shit. Okay. I'm gonna fight my children, Ned. I tried to be calm. I tried to let go, walai, but I'll fight for them. I'll take them. I'll train them. I'll raise them with or without your support. And you know that, my love. Ex-husband. Walai, this feels like I'm acting. But guys, this is me. This is me. If I haven't slept by 5, tell me why everyone else is sleeping. Why is everyone else moving on? Like, why is everyone moving on? Excuse me. Like, I'm not going to cry you. They don't used to do that in front of camera. Okay, this is funny. I like this video. This means I'm tough and I'm not crying. But wait, guys, the main essence of this video actually is to please stop insulting my mom. Be cool. Hey, stop it. Stop. Hey, be cool. Please. Look. For some reason, I actually do feel like I owe you all this explanation. You know why? Because I don't know why everyone is pained about my life. But I don't feel like you all are pained from a bad side. You're pained because you used your, was it 200 naira or 500 naira to buy my CD just to watch my movie as a child, and you all watched me. Or like, fine, and it's okay. I'm in the limelight, so it's fine. You all have a say, so it's okay, and that's why I'm explaining. So please stop insulting my mom. She's the best thing that ever happened to me. She's my God on earth. Wallahi. She's strong. For 7 fucking... Will kids watch this video? For 7 years. My mom held it down. She tried. You all insulted her. Like, she tried. She tried. It is me. I'm the one with Isi coconut head. It is me. I'm so ashamed to say I fell in love. Type shit. But I actually really did. And it's crazy. But I did. Everyone said no. My mom. Come on now. And you all stop saying I got married out of greed. Excuse me. No. We were not broke. Does that make sense? And secondly, how do you guys think? Like, what amount of money can a man give to a mother to get her child that is practically providing everything in the house? That is practically, through this child, she trained all her children. Like, through this child, like, what else? That child was our only source of livelihood. I was a blessing, a gift to my mom. God used me to settle her. And it's my job to make sure she is forever happy. Because she has suffered for us. And you are insulting her. Anyway, stop. Stop insulting my mother. Wallahi, she's the best woman on earth. She is. She is. She warned me. My brothers warned me. Everybody warned me. Nobody's going to cry on this camera. Everybody warned me. And then I drove out at night. I was going to kill myself if I don't marry Ned. Everyone was looking for me. My brothers were fighting, breaking bottles. Like, guys, the Nigerian police in Asaba video caught. As I was saying, everyone knew. I went to the police station and said, arrest me. My family does not want me to marry the love of my life. But I actually did fall in love. It's crazy, but I did. And I still care and respect him. That's love. What is love? Care and respect. And the only reason I am not fighting you, Ned, is because I really want Mona and Khalifa's father's name to be strong. But they can answer mine. They can. You have enough kids to answer your name. Type shit. Guys, I'm done with this video. I just hope I look cute. Everyone, just stop insulting my mother. I'm tired.
I have to take some water. Hey, I have to take some water. Somebody said she's behaving weird, saying a lot without saying anything. She's acting like she is young. It's like she's not taking this seriously. Honestly, at this point, I'm honestly praying. I think she's traumatized. She's behaving her age, kinda immature, but beautiful girl. What? Let me just be reading because I concur. I'm sorry, but this video is weird. Yeah, I agree. I was wondering as well. Is she high? Is giving weird attitude. I have to agree. Yes. Good afternoon, Auntie Fumi, sister to sister, such blessings, shalom. Wow, we finally came. She finally came on camera. All right, this is what I have to say, and I'm going to start with you know how I am. I'm going to start with this was 7 minutes, and it was extremely painful for me to watch because all I could see was this immature girl. I cannot even have a simple conversation with this child. I really cannot. Dare I say, I have met even younger girls than her who is much more mature. This did not even make sense. My hair, I'm pretty, I'm not going to cry. My mom, my this or whatever. She's a kid. And that brings me back to Nweko. How could you have married this girl? But then again, you only sleep with virgins. It's only virgins that you sleep with. And, virgins relatively are young because you don't have anything in common with this child. My comment section right here, as they were watching, these are the comments. She's young. She's weird. Is she high? Is she this? They couldn't relate. And yet, Nwedu Okon was out here almost 40 years older than her. And you have to understand that this is 6 years after the fact. So she's 24 now. When he married her, she was 18, while he was 50 something, end of 60 something plus. It's repugnant. It just they enter my belly where I won't vomit. Why would you do that? Why do you marry all of these young girls? You are there to protect them. Instead, you are impregnating them. That's what I don't understand. Why? You make them pregnant, you sleep with them, you say that they're your wives. It's all about you. You are selfish, you're conceited, and you really capitalize and manipulate the old system. Because this, polygamous way of living, and let's not even talk about disease and infections and venereal infections and all kinds. You sleep with one here, there. It's disgusting. But you see, the frontal lobe is not developed until you're 25 and over. So these young girls don't know any better. And what has happened is that Regina is coming to the development of her frontal lobe. She's 24. Wait, hold on. Yeah, I think 25, because she was born in 2000. Maybe, yes, she was born in 2000, around there. So she's now becoming more mature. She's now beginning to say to herself, wait a minute. You know what? I don't want this. What does an 18-year-old know about love? What does an 18-year-old know about love and does not know anything about life? Help me and ask. The last time I checked, because I'm out here in these streets, 56 and 56 and counting. And I am only kind of sort of getting my footage of who I am. That's why I can come onto YouTube and really come correct and say it is this, it is that, because I've lived it. Prior to that, I couldn't. All the 30-year-old YouTubers out here, they cannot come out and 100% say it's this, it's that. Why? Because it takes time for you to live the experiences, for you to turn around and say, you know what? Yeah. I understand. 18-year-old, what do you know? And what happened was you spat out one child, you got pregnant right away, boom, boom, boom. And then you had another baby right away. You were busy with the children. So you didn't have time to look out into the outside world. So we still have to come back. And I know you love your mama. Who doesn't love their mama? Who, even if you don't love your mama, wants to hear your mama in other people's mouths? You don't want to hear it. Leave my mama alone. I respect it. But we have to what? We have to address it. Hold on. Let me open the window. It's getting hot in here. Da, 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 da. There we go. But we have to address it because your mom came out here and she was very upset because they had just taken her children. They don't pack and go, being held at the police station using tear gas, and took Sammy and took the other sister. So your mom came out here and was screaming and shouting. She went all the way off. That is how she should have gone off in the beginning when Ned came to say, I will agree to marry her. It does not matter what you say. You're a kid. You don't know. You might be 18. That doesn't mean anything. When push comes to shove, I'm not going to the wedding. When push comes to shove, let me call your father who was against it. So don't come out here and say your mother did this and da, whatever. You were the what? You were the meal ticket. And when you are my age, you will turn around and you will understand what I'm talking about. And you will not want it for your own children. So you're going to sit down here and be quiet for a hot minute. It does not matter to us. As far as I'm concerned, I'm just out here because you have an audience of 15 million and they want to know what is Auntie Fumi's opinion. I live for you. I do live for you. I'll even live for your mom. Because at the end of the day, family matters should be what behind closed doors. Nobody wants to hang their what? Their dirty laundry outside. But you brought us into the WhatsApp group. Even when I deleted myself and said, leave the group, you brought me back in. So here I am. And I'm going to say, I have to say it because I don't want other girls to think that this is the way of life, that this is what you have to do. You had your money, you had a career, you had your family, you seem very tight-knit. But you know what? Your father was absent. And because of that, some way, somehow, and I see it all the time, the daddy issues, the big, huge daddy issues, that also includes who? None other than our darling Jennifer Lopez. She to get daddy issues. That's why she goes from one man to another man to another man, because you have to settle your own self. You don't settle your own self, everything around you now go enter chaos, chaos, chaos. For one, you should not even be away from your kids. Talking about you have to wear this beautiful wig and I'm here at 5 a.m. And there are single mothers out here that are up at 5 a.m. They're up, they're doing their work, they're making the food, they're making the sandwiches in order for them to get the children to school so that they can go to work, because they've got a very egregious boss who doesn't care. You better show up at 8 and they pay all of the bills. You are blessed and beyond, and you don't even know. But I have to call it like it is, because I don't want any of my little sisters out here thinking that this is the way to go. No, follow your career, follow your talent, go to school, graduate, get a job, earn your money. Don't have a child. Get to know him. Get your family to know him and his family before you even consider trying to marry him. Because when I tell you out here, it's not a joke. Even us, the big girls with the big panties, we know what we're working with. And I have just one child. It's a hot, smoky mess. And Ned, for you to arrest them for what? Because of your ego. Because I came out here in these streets talking about E.T. Ned. You do look like E.T. and a turtle. Yes, you do. You have a very striking resemblance because you have no chin. And you brought yourself out here. You disrespected yourself when you married this girl. You should never have married this young girl. What you did not know, every day for the thief, one day for the owner. So what happened was, when the digital age, social media is powerful beyond measure. And so you married her not knowing that this was going to be the back end. You are mad, you are pissed off, your ego needs to be stroked, amongst other things. And so what you did, you went to go and take our Ashawo police because they don't care. You show them the money, they're off. And they will arrest everybody. And so that's what they did. They went to go and arrest them, took them from Lagos, took them back to Abuja, and put tear gas inside Sammy's wife's face and the in-law, with the little baby sitting on her lap. I did all of this yesterday. I will link it down below. It's a heart-smoking mess. Heart-smoking what? Heart-smoking mess. And then you come out here and talking about, well, you know, I'm wearing this long wig and, you know, I forgive you. I really do, because you're young. because you are young and you don't know any better. And when you come around 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years, you're going to be cringing with embarrassment and you'll be saying to yourself, what was I thinking? I get it. You know why? I'm not perfect either. You know why? Because I've had disastrous relationships. You know why? Because I've fallen in love with the wrong men. You know why? I know better. You know why? Why? Because I'm much older and I have the ticket. I graduated from the constitutions of life. So I know what is and I know what isn't. And there's no need for you to sell your soul for that jet set life, for the champagne, for the lobster, for the Chanel bag, for the Gucci bag. The second you walk out of that store, that bag depreciates. It's not worth it no more. And you're going to hold it. Then when you don't have any money, you're going to start selling it on eBay. You're going to come and start saying, you know what, let me come and sell it so that I can pay my bills, my rent, so on and so forth. This thing called relationship, I would not even have a say in it, which will be my own. It's not my business, but it's my business because I make it a business of being an adult in the community for children. Nobody's talking about these children. We haven't seen them, not that we have to, but it's the daily care. It's the trauma. One day mama was here, the next day we haven't seen mama in weeks. And that's not good for them because it shapes them. It shapes them for who they become. I see it all the time. I just had a counsel with one other girl. She's 50 and she's still going through trauma from what happened when she was a child. And she was in tears. You don't think about it until it's too late. That's all I got to say about the matter. That's all really, truly that I've got to say. At the end of the day, Mama Regina, I put the blame on you. You knew better. And I think now that Regina is telling me and giving us more of this gist, it's because she was the meal ticket. Because you know what it is? How can I open mouth? 9 way they feed me, 9 way they feed all of us. So what happened was you didn't have that parent-child control because she was feeding you, she was paying the rent, she was paying the bills, she was taking care of the other children. It was Regina. So what Regina wants, Regina gets. That was the catcher in the rye. And sometimes that's difficult. Why? Because you should open an account and let the money go there. Baby girl, you are under my roof, of which I pay, and you will do what I tell you. You don't like it, then that's just going to be too bad. But I'm not going to sit down here and let you marry an old man that will, in essence, really now be the trajectory of your life. Because Regina is not out here winning Academy Awards or independent films. Instead, she's out here on a global platform because of her marital chaos. Last time I checked. I'm not annoyed. Am I irritable? A little bit. I'm not annoyed. You know. But at the end of the day, why? You think it's a joke? You think, oh my God, it's funny. We're getting followers. Oh, they'll be doing this. So yes, so they'll be looking at me and saying, yes, so we are doing something or whatever. No. After a while, when it dies down, you kind of be forgotten. And then somebody else, because you see, you drop the key, Regina, and you have to be careful. You drop the key where it will come to a point where you, as much as you have all of these 15 million followers, you now become a risk. You now become a risk. Will she be good for my film? Will she be good for my movie? Or will it backfire? Or will it be a situation where people will be thinking, I also am taking advantage of Regina, the Nollywood darling. I don't blame you, Regina, at all. I blame 100%. I blame Ned Nwoko. I blame him because he could have said, it doesn't matter if she loves me. She's too young for me. But again, salivating at the mouth. I must have a virgin. So it fell right on his lap. And he went on and took her because he said it. It cannot be love. It cannot be love. It cannot be love. What do they talk about? Let's start there. Because we have one CNN and we have the other one NTV. What would they talk about when in the 7 minutes that we had Reggie Baby out here, that in the comment section alone, you could not relate to this girl? What did they talk about? They didn't talk. They just had sex. And then she was on her TikTok while he's peeing in the back. And then he would be here laughing, you know, in actual fact, because he went on to the television network and the host was asking him, how do you manage with 4 wives? And he was there saying, well, the way I can only explain it is that, to have 2, 3 legs is better than 1 leg. Because, when you have 1 leg, you can't really stand, but you can stand when you have 2, 3 legs. Okay, Ned, well, that's not a problem because guess what? You now have the 3 and the 4th leg. And you know what she did? She kicked you right underneath and you sat on your butt right there. And then you're exchanging monetary gifts because he gave her $100,000 US. Did your other wives get that? Because you see, you trying to justify what you have done, you're exposing yourself for the person that you are. That's it. And then the mama came out here strong. I'd just be keeping quiet. I just swallowed it. Why would you? When you knew that it could just not have worked out. It couldn't have worked out. It was inevitable. It was going to happen like this. 100%. Let me just see what the comment section says right here, out here, these streets. Exactly. What was the foundation? There's no foundation. What did she do in the video after coming home from the club and playing with her hair like you do when you're playing with a doll? Oh my God, that's exactly what I said. That's exactly what I said. Fumi, she can also be fearful for her life. So that's why she's coming on acting strange. I can agree. I can also agree that she can come out here very sober and say to herself, that I'm married. It was a mistake. It was a mistake. I didn't know what I was doing. She will never say that because I am telling you here and now that there was something behind the scenes. But they have to keep that family matter where? They have to keep the family matter inside the family matter. That's why to us, all of this is not making sense. She looks so stupid. My God, I thought that the video was painful to watch. After the first 2 minutes, I wanted to actually cry for her. That's what I'm saying. That even as a 24-year-old girl, as a B24, I know many 24, 22, 23-year-old individuals, boys and, well, young men and young women that are much more mature than Regina. So I had to beg the question because I made it a point to sit with you guys and let's go live together and watch the episode, well, the 7 minutes together. I hadn't watched it until just now so that I could really have an honest opinion as opposed to my pre-recorded episodes, which I put up for you so that we can, really digest this matter. I feel sorry for Regina because she reminds me very much of Britney Spears. Britney Spears was just thrown out there. Everything was hot fire. But these are still children and their coping mechanisms, even though they are professional, majority of the time, they're just really, 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 really talented. They're still not mature. I feel for her. She needs a good therapist, 1 billion%. She was sending signs of unhappiness, 1 billion%. And I think that in actual fact, she really is frightened. Maybe she's really crying. You have to understand that for her, she looks really fragile to me. And I'm thinking also, maybe she couldn't even handle raising the children by herself because she didn't know how, because she still doesn't know how. Oh, yes, it's giving young Hollywood breadwinners. Thank you, my darling. That's what it's giving me. She doesn't know anything, and she thinks, because I've heard this before from very young talents, that it becomes suffocating. And then when I begin say, hey God, oh, even if I no one do I get no choice because these people, they depend on me. When you become a breadwinner, it's a responsibility that weighs heavy on a man. You can imagine on a young girl. You can imagine on a young person that fully understands that if I say I don't like this, I don't want to do this, that They might be mad at me. They might be upset with me. They might not like me. They might not adore me. So I have to keep up with this. You see, when you play adult games, sometimes you're going to end up being the adult with the stupid games. And that is what has happened to Regina. She was living an adult life even though she was a child. Let me do this, let me do that. Why? Because anyway, let me speak for myself. When I was young, the one thing I really wanted, I kept on saying, when I get older, I want to go out. And I want to go out for as long as I want and come back when I want. I'm 56 and I still can't. Why? Because my husband and I have to have schedules so that we know what we're doing, because we have what? We have a child. You got responsibilities. So I can't be all night. Well, I don't drink, but all night drinking this, that, to the club. I can't do it still. But when you are young, that is how it appears. That I can be with my husband and I can do anything and everything, that I'll have 6 children, but you forget about the pregnancy itself. You forget about the pain. You forget about the childbirth. You forget about the C-sections. You forget about the breastfeeding. You forget about the sleepless nights. No, I take it back. You don't forget. You are unaware of the sleepless nights and the healing and the tearing from front to back. Didn't happen to me, but I know a whole lot that it did. Adulthood is not a joke, and it is not a joke for those out there thinking that, you know what, I can do this with my lipstick and high heels. You got to wear the big panties, because 99% of the time, and that stands for me too, I'm not like this with makeup and lip gloss and being fab and, oh yes, we're doing this and the other. No, I'm washing the dishes. I'm putting Adrian to bed. I am making dinner. We are sorting our bills. I'm putting the plants to the brand. I'm seeing mom and dad. I'm making sure that the garden is cleaned out and everything. I've got meetings upon meetings. I've got school parent teacher meetings as well. That's my life. This right here is my entertainment. Is what I do. It's not who I am. If you mix the two, you're going to be in some real trouble. The reality of it all, my beautiful girls, it's a horse and pony show. You're so lucky to be so young and beautiful and talented. Don't waste it. See the world, travel the world, date as many boys as you can. Yes, without sleeping with them. You know why? In getting to know them, you get to know yourself too. For what you like, for what you don't like, for what you tolerate, for what you won't tolerate, for the things that you don't want to do that your parents did to you, or the things that you wish your parents had done when you were younger. Because this is a vicious cycle. You don't want to be here looking crazy, and you could have had a better life. Because Regina now is going to be a single mom that is so very young, and she will meet another guy. And you know what's going to be at the back of her mind? Damn. Oh, I'm not sure. Will he want to have my kids? Will he look after my kids or love my kids the way we are going to have children? It's always a situation. Because when you have children from different fathers, it becomes a situation. You are the mama, you're the core. You love all of them. They came from you. And that's the worry for every mother out here. If you love my child, you love me. You do not know how much, when Fumi Nation says, how's Adrian? I go back to check the name. And Ula or whatever, because you really are, spirit animal for me, because Adrian's my life. No question. Ula is my life, without a doubt. That is what keeps me grounded. I love being married. I love being a mother. It keeps me in line. It keeps me in check. It keeps me responsible, because I cannot act crazy out here in these social media streets, because I have 2 other people that I am not responsible for, but they're relying on me to do the right thing, because I am out here in social media and they are not. How many times have you seen Ula on my YouTube channel? And I've been here going 11 years, not even up to the 5 fingers on my hand. This is not for him. And yet he's the one that does all of the filming. He does every single picture edit of mine. He does all of that. He is my financier. So they support and love me. And Adrian, as he's growing now, very shy. To get a picture from Adrian, my God. So, Regina, you have to think of that now going forward. Guess what? Your mama knew because she's lived it. That's what I'm saying. Your mother loves you. I believe that 410%. She loves all of her children because when Ned took other 2 children, she really came out here in these wolf streets and she didn't care. Most mothers, because I know not all mothers, you may have great relationships with their children, but most mothers are like that because it's an extension of me. She's young and I've been there, married at 18 into a toxic relationship with a narcissist. We all make mistakes and deal differently. Being an adult is hard, especially she didn't have the right guidance. And I don't think that she got the opportunity to be an adult. I think that she was so busy being a family provider that she was never an adult. She just did adult things. To be an adult is to have adult experiences. I don't know what boyfriend she had before. I don't know what relationship she had before. Then she jumped onto this old man. And the thing is that the man could easily be her father. Now, papa be that now. Now, papa, because waiting happen be say, Iya and mama divorce. Her mother and her dad divorced. And, I do a lot of classes, motivation and everything. And so what I know is that a lot of the times children feel that when the father leaves the house, that the father leaves them. It's in their heads that, but I didn't do anything with dad. I love dad. And still, he left. That it wasn't enough of me for him to stay. He still left. And what children don't understand is that we have a childlike, very beautiful, innocent mind. So we don't understand adult matters. We don't understand that as bad as this was in their relationship, it was better for him to go. They don't understand that. So she felt that as in Papa live in Mama, the Papa live also her. That's what she felt, that the father left her. And so she replaced her father with this man because she needed somebody to protect her, because she became the family financial provider. The psychosis is right there. It's written all over the page. She loved the fact that he loved her or wanted, because he didn't. She thought that in him being interested, that was love. She does not know what love is. She still doesn't know what love is. And so she was taken advantage of. So that's why I say Regina, she was just taken advantage of from her family and from this man. He knew better. He knew better. He goes to bed at 6. That's when she's getting ready to go out for dinner, then the club, then go for breakfast before she comes home. And she's resentful about coming home because you know what is different from coming from her mama house, where you go to her husband's house. She now has 2 children to be responsible for. Prior to that, she could do whatever she wanted. Now you don't enter fire, where you know what, I cannot put the children back into my tummy. The children are here, they're looking at me with their big eyes. Mommy, 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 this. And then you know what? She has her own quarters because they don't live with Ned. Ned lives on his own. He's the king of the castle himself and his third leg. And he's like, which wife do I want to poke in the whiskers tonight? That's what it is. You know what, Regina? Regina is the freshest. Regina is fresh. Let me go with Regina. And that is how you change the trajectory of your life, where you could have been anything. You could have done anything. You had the freedom. You had the freedom. It happens to me. I got married at 40. And let me tell you something. Every once in a while, I say, for me, but you lived your life though. You had a good old time. And you had such a good time that when you got married, that was the introduction of social media. So that if you were not going to these parties or whatever, you could see them online. You could see the fashion. You could see the clothes and everything. So that one sweet my belly small, a belly full with that one. And I was A-okay. But prior to that, all of these young girls that were sold a false narrative, a false dream about marriage, about parenthood, about motherhood, about postpartum, got the shock of their lives, and they were in instant depression. Many of my friends, they cried about that, and none of them are married today. I was the last one to get married, and the last I'm the last one standing, because I married as an adult, because I had a career, because I had a life, because I was now prepared to settle down, because as I am, I enjoy being at home and kicking with you guys on live, my best thing ever. Why? Because I'm not really trying to go to the club. To do what? It's smoky. I can barely see. I can barely see in daylight. How much more in darkness? What's my business? I beg, let me come and sit down one side and be doing my own. But Regina, that this is the beginning of your life. At your age, I could go 3 days without sleep. Party, college, pass my exams, and then be like, you know what? I don't think I slept since Saturday. That was the life that we did in uni. Many of us were like that. And that's why I'm trying to tell you, don't hate the game. Don't hate the game. Never hate the game. Hate the player in the game. And I bring that back to Regina Mama. And I am focusing on Regina Mama because Regina focused on her mother. And I'm trying to tell you, your mother's to blame. Yeah. Now your mama caused this matter. Now in Kosam. And she deserves to be addressed, because there are mamas out there. Don't be fooled for money because you took private jet. So what? Because you ate lobster and shrimps. So what? Because you bought Balenciaga bag. So what? Do you know that the wealth is in you? Do you know that you will never be this young and pretty again? Do you know that you will get older? Do you know that there are things that you can do and that you can move on with? Your generation, most especially the generation after me, you are better than all of us and even the generation before us. You are smarter. You are much more articulate. You have so many opportunities. You are brand owners. You have all of this in front of you. We did not have it, and we did not even know how to navigate it. It's only that our generation, they call us the sandwich generation, because we knew what this was before social media. Regina is out here, and she has clueless. Bless her beautiful soul. Clueless. And I don't even think that she even understands what public speaking is, how to address herself, because she never had to. Because right now she doesn't have to, because she's so pretty, so young, it's not necessary. Mama, you're going to have to work. And I want you girls to understand that support Regina, do whatever you can, but don't make the same mistake that Regina did. I believe that Regina did it. Well, it happened to Regina on this big platform, to know that not everything that shines glitters, that is gold, because she was showing her jewelry off, and that is fine. I have done that before. I was just showing off my iPhone 17 because it's fabulous. The camera on this is fabulous. Oh, my mama called. I'll call her back. Wait, hold on. Sorry, it's my nanny. I just want to make sure. She's asking me something. And so that's what it is, you know. Hold on, let me just see. There we go. Because we have some people here, and with their little itty bitty comments, I just delete you. That's it. Not only will I delete you, I will delete you from ever commenting on the channel. I don't have time. I'm too old for the nonsense. For me, you are so straight, funny, and true. It's true. The makeup is stunning. Are we living and loving? I'm trying out some samples, because Fumi Beauty is going to be coming. Yes. The bras are almost here. You're going to live and love them. And I'm just trying out some other things. Your makeup. Well, I do the makeup tutorials for you guys. I'll continue anyway. I'll be out here. Yes, I blocked him. I blocked him. He's just, there's not any point in even, responding to the person. I truly believe her mom supported her to marry that old rich man because of her own past and suffering. She thought by her daughter marrying a rich man, she would be okay. This is sad all around. Very good comment. Here's the thing, and this goes to mothers as well. I don't think you understand that marrying somebody rich is not the answer. you are thinking that he will take care of you financially. You'll have a nicer house, you will have nicer clothes, you'll be able to do nicer things. I have come to realize you don't need them. What you need are clean clothes, because I buy from the thrift store, because you see, fashion and style are two different things. You can buy fashion, but do you incorporate that into your personal style? Are you able to incorporate any fashion into your personal style? Your personal style is a direct interpretation of what you want to convey to the world. So are you edgy? Are you glam? Are you street? Are you soft? Are you preppy? That's the interpretation. And that is how these very fashion designers that come out here actually walk the streets for inspiration. You are what? You are their inspiration. That is why 90% of the time they'll say, we don't want you to wear our clothes the way we presented them. Incorporate it into your own style, because that is how you feed them for them to continue with collections for the summers, for the winters, for the spring, for the autumn. I was a model. I'm still a model, 40 years and counting. I am telling you that that's what that is. So for you saying that she wanted to protect her, I understand the mentality, especially in Nigeria, especially in Africa, where we are poor, where some people do not have food, they don't have medicine, they don't have healthcare, they can't afford. If you can afford healthcare, if you can afford clean clothes, if you can afford food on the table, if you can afford a roof over your head, you are what? You are very rich. Everything else is a plus, of which you don't need at that age. What you do need is education, not only in the classroom, but to travel, to learn other languages, to learn other cultures. That's what you need. You don't need anything else. And this man, at such a young age, you traded that because she's going to get pregnant. Then she's going to have children. So you know what happens if she's unaware of that. Please don't get me wrong, because I have some of my girlfriends where they married very, very young and they are supernovas. They were just old souls. And so they knew what they wanted very, very early. My mother too had me early. How about that? And she never regretted it. She said that was what I wanted. And she had all three of us before she was 30. But there are some that just don't know. They don't know. And she went in and had children with this old man of almost 40 years. Okay, you say she's protected. What about her children? Do you not think her children deserve to have a father at least until, they finish university, so that they can be at the weddings, so that they can play football with them, so that they can take them out, so they can go on holidays, so they can have this Kodak collection memories of their father? Because sometimes this is all delayed. They just wake up one day, they come back from work, they get fired, they can't handle the rejection, and then they snap. Do you not think that it would have been good at that time where they can say, Daddy, I really need you, and then they come and stay with Daddy, or they go and stay with them, and they're able to set them off on the right on the right track? This life is hard. This life is what? This life is hard. And majority of the time, you can't really rely on your friends to be there with you 24/7. They've got their own problems too. It's a domino effect. And you know what? The worst thing for you to sit and see your child suffer over something that you could have avoided. It's not right. That's how I'm looking at this matter. Let me see. Money is not maturity. Amen. Let me be listening. As a breadwinner for my family, I learned that I was mature. Oh, I was taking care of my family, but I was emotionally immature. But everyone called me mature. Do you see what I'm talking about? Please let me know if any one of you want to come up and speak. Also, please come up. I do not mind. Oh, we have a lot of people out here today. Please don't forget to like, to subscribe, so that I can continue coming up and doing lives for you guys. Great wisdom for me. I am humbly grateful, because I'm older. I am older, so I know better. I don't regret anything. I don't. I'm so happy I had Adrian when I was older, because I'm the best mother. Auntie Fumi, I just want to say thank you for everything. I really don't think you know the impact of you out here in these streets. You have saved a lot of lives. I've cried and I've laughed on your channel. Good to hear, Mama. Good to hear, my baby. I'm so proud of you guys. Like I said, I am really, 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 really proud of you because you have a lot on your plate. And the way we dated is not the way you guys are dating now. It's become much harder. And so you don't, I want to come up. Okay, come up, Mama. What do I do? Let me see. How do I want to, let me see. I want to show. Okay. Yes, come up. How do I do this? Ooh. How do I want to come up. Yes. Okay, I'm going to star you. Do I? Oh, wait, hold on. Oh. I don't know how this goes. Wait. I want to, how do I tell her? I wish I could. It's not showing me. I want to come up. Put user, no, ban, no. It's not giving me options. Why? Show, yes. I don't know. I don't know. It's not letting me. How do I? Okay, somebody let me know. Somebody let me know. Okay, and we'll keep going. You can drop a link. Oh yes, of course. Okay, so I will send that to her. How will I send it to her? How do I? Okay, but hold on. Let me go in here because it says share screen, invite guest. Okay, guests can stream this to their own. Yeah. Instructions for guests. No, it's not. I have the link. Okay, let me drop the link. Copy. Oh, I see what you're saying. You're so smart. That's right. Okay, I got it. Yep. And then I can drop the link here. That's right. Okay. So I've dropped the link. So you go ahead and let me know. I've sent the link. So the link is there. That's it. Yes. I've sent the link so that you guys can know. I'm a single mother of 5 and it's not easy, but sometimes when I just want to feel at home, I just watch all of your videos and I feel better. God bless you. I am so proud of you. Oh my God, 5 children. Well, it must be very, very fun. Yeah, it must be fun. So tell her I have dropped the link. So once you get the link, click onto the link and then you'll come below here. Okay. So that's, you know, that's how I feel. That's how I feel. I feel that her brothers love their sisters. I feel that the sisters love their brothers. They seem to be very close. And that's a wonderful thing because, again, Regina entering a polygamous marriage means that, Fumi, besides women being financially empowered, they should also have mental and spiritual empowerment, financial stability. Women are out here stuck in bad marriages. They are not only stuck in bad marriages, they are single mothers in marriages. I foresaw it when Regina Daniels got married. I was really saddened as I saw that by the time she reaches 25, her eyes would be open. The grandpa used her innocence to manipulate her into marriage. 1,000,000,000%. He manipulated it because he could have said no, and he chose not to. Okay, there we go. We got Tella here now. Okay, let me add. All right, Tella, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Oh, that's fabulous. Tella, lovely to have you on the show. I am so excited. You're my first Fumi Nation baby girl. So I'm going to give you the floor. Go right ahead.
Okay, I want to, I dropped a comment in the first video you dropped about Regina, because as a young girl, I have a similar experience. The only thing is that I didn't go down the route of marrying the man. So when everybody is blaming the mother, I completely said it's not true. Because there are, will I call it gangs of them, pockets of rich men down the eastern part of Nigeria that does this. And they go for only virgins. Right? And the only way it starts, because for my own, this man, particularly because my dad died when I was barely a year old. And my dad being a pharmacist, my mom a full housewife, she was struggling to run the pharmaceutical shop, hiring nurses here and there. So this man offered her to give one of her children scholarship because he was my dad's friend. So that was how I was given to him when I was in JS1. So I was really later. So he started paying my fees. So he promised to pay all my tuition to secondary school, which he did. But out of also the fact that he truly loved me and he truly took care of me, and because I was also a good girl, based on words on the street, he continued up until I finished my university. But he started with his interest of getting married to me when I was in JS3. So you can imagine how young I was then.
13,
so,
12.
Exactly. So it's just started that the Holy Spirit, because then was when he converted to Judaism. So I was very there when he was leading.
Hold on, Tona, sorry, hold on. Nini, I can see you, my darling. Just give me a few more minutes, okay? And then I will bring you up, okay? Good girl, thank you. Tala, go right ahead, my darling. Go ahead.
So I was very much aware when he was, like a rich man cheating on his wife, doing all of that till he converted, the wife fighting all of the girlfriends till he converted. And then, he sent all the girls away. No, he doesn't touch any extra woman. But then, due to their faith in Judaism, he's allowed to marry as many wives as he can. So that's his belief. As a Judaism, he will marry as many wives as he can, and they have to be virgins. And he's not allowed to touch any of them until he married them into his house. So he never touched me. In all of those things he's saying, he never touched me, he never kissed me, he just said what he said. So by the time I matured, with this time from JS3, when he was saying, he was already brainwashing me. Of course, I know he was one of the richest in town, telling me all of the properties he has, what he would do for me. And of course, anyone he marries, he's going to give the person a house and they will have their own house and all of that. Of course, as young as I was then, thankfully, I wasn't materialistic. And also the benefit of it is that I wasn't also exposed to people that would tell me what the life of money is, apart from him.
Yes.
So which is a different...
So what happened in the end? How did you escape?
It's not about escaping things. It's just about me not being interested. I just don't see myself marrying him. But what I did was I redirected him when I was in SS3. He now made it open. I finished writing my WAEC and was waiting for my result, and he was still, I think, SS2. So I just pitched him to my mom. And the reason why I pitched him to my mom is my mom was chasing away young boys that were coming, right? So I know very well that for my mom to be chasing young ones away, for him, he's gonna be cutlass.
Yes.
So I know exactly what answer my mom will give him. And I didn't want the answer to come from my mouth, because my answer is definitely no. But I don't really talk much. I was a very quiet kid. So I just pitched him up to my mom. So when he went to my mom, and my mom said, in fact, my mom just loosed it on him. My mom loosed it on him. He ran away. So when I now came to visit him again, he said, "You cunning little girl, you pushed me to your mom. You've already had arrangement with your mom." I said, I didn't have any arrangement, but in my head, I said, I knew what was coming. So
that was how you left.
He didn't give up. I just relocated.
Yes.
I just relocated. Wow. And he gives me pocket money. I just changed my account number. The pocket money wasn't getting in anymore. And and I was out of the city. he can reach me, but the money couldn't enter anymore. And eventually he said, your account number is not going. I said, because I don't need the money anymore. He said, oh, you're going to suffer. You're going to follow young boys that are going to destroy you, whatever. I just said, stop telling me that. I don't care.
But you were not married to him anyway. You never
we never married. So that's the point I'm saying.
You were able to get away.
Yeah, that's the point I'm saying. For Regina, the same way he brainwashed me. Of course, this man had married 16 years old girl, 18 years old girl, 17 years, and they all his wife currently.
Yeah.
And he had houses for them because of, whatever he promises them. So what I'm saying in the terms of Regina's own is because, she's already around grown people that are acting and all of that. And she hears stories. She hears things they are saying, right? So they must have planted in her mind the rich girl's lifestyle, additional to her career of getting money. Right. Mm-hmm. So even when the man is brainwashing her, it made it easier for the man to succeed because of where the exposure she already got. So even if her mother had said no, Regina wouldn't have accepted, which of course she said it finally by herself, because that was what she wanted. She already had built. Imagine the man telling her, like, you are an actress and I'm gonna be a senator, the powerful world we will build together, which is true. You understand? So visualizing the powerful world they will, build together. She's too young to say exactly what love is. In her head is love.
Yeah.
But it's not truly love. What is driving is materialism, but she wouldn't be able to differentiate the two at the time. And with the exposure she got, I don't think there's anything her mom or anybody could have done about it. She's the one that's got the power to stop it.
Yeah, that's your bottom line. You say no, that she would have done it regardless.
Yes, but at the end of the day, the action Neddy is taking now is based on the fact that no matter what happens, he's a loser.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a loser because he knows that Regina is the winner back and forth all the way because she's young, she's gotten that powerful, whatever, even if she moves forward. And this man is not going to succeed in another election without Regina. So it's just the last frustration fight he's fighting here.
Thank you so much, Tellers. There's somebody else waiting. So
okay, thank you for the audience. Thank
you so much. But come back, okay? I'm going to try and buzz many lives, but it's lovely to hear from you. And let me say before you go, I'm very proud of you because as young as you were very strong. You were very strong-minded. For somebody to turn money down, I'm very proud of you, and I truly wish you the best. And I hope to see you again.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Absolutely, my darling. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Hello. Wait, hold on.
Hello, Auntie Fumi.
How are you? Wait, hold on. Let me get you up. I'm just trying to, because I have Tellers this thing. There's so many comments. Guys, don't forget to like as well as subscribe. Don't forget to like and subscribe. But go ahead, my darling. How are you?
Fine. My daughter wants to say hello. She's peeping like this. Like,
let her come and say hello.
Honey, come and say hello to Auntie Fumi. Come on now. She wants to say hello now. You're not coming again?
She's shy.
One is coming. Good evening. Oh my goodness.
Good evening, my darling.
To be here. I have been watching you when you were pregnant for your son. So no, she's here. Hello. Yeah, that is Auntie Fumi.
How are you? What's her name?
Eleonora.
Eleanor. Oh, thank you. Oh, that was so nice.
Thank you.
How old is she?
She's 3 years old.
Oh, she's so cute. Adrian's younger sister. God bless.
Yeah, thank you.
I really enjoyed that.
Thank you.
Oh, God. How many children do you have?
I have two daughters. The big one is 7 and the small one is 3.
Like Adrian, so we were pregnant at the same time.
Yes. Yes. So I watch a lot of your video because as a first-time mom, I don't, and I live in Belgium, by the way. Okay. And then I don't have family here. So it was, I go to YouTube, look for first-time mom, what to do, and all those routine, whatever. But we thank God.
Okay, so you have to come back to me because I'm doing an episode on Patricia that was in
Yes,
Deutschland. Yes. So
yes.
I'm doing part 3, I think tomorrow, because we heard from Patricia.
Ah, do you know that
Yes,
after I finished watching you, I was like, maybe I could reach out to her, but because Belgium and Netherlands speak the same
yes, it's
language,
close. I've been
so
there. I've been there.
yes, I
Netherlands
tried
is
to reach out
beautiful
with her,
for all of
but
their
I
flowers.
don't. I went to Instagram, TikTok. I searched Patricia, so I could not get her real account. So I
Yes.
just give up.
No,
I could not
they reached out to me. So it's a good episode. It will come tomorrow, the day after. Very, very busy, but it will come. Anyway, let us talk about you. So what is your comment? What is your input? Can you tell us, please?
about Regina, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. The other lady that came, I sympathize with her, whatever she went through.
Yes.
But Regina case is different with her own case because her own mother mindset was different than I think like Regina mother mindset. I'm
Mm-hmm.
from Nigeria myself, so when your mother say no,
Mm-hmm.
no is no. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm from Igbo also, the eastern part of Nigeria, and she also is from that side. So when your parents say no, no
Yes.
is no.
Yes.
So if her mother stood her ground, Regina she could not have married that man. But
Yes.
her mother encouraged, she encouraged her. That is why she
Yes.
was able to pull that off. That thing when she said that the mother 100%, as a mom of 2 girls, I blame her. Really, I blame
Mm-hmm.
her because she got married when she was 18. 18
Mm-hmm.
years old has no business getting married to a 60, then maybe Ned was like 50 something years. The age
58.
gap is mind blowing. That
Yeah.
is, the age gap is too much. I
Yes.
remember when they were doing the marriage ceremony, whatever, something was off. Like the traditional, because the video, the pictures was
He
online.
wasn't even
Like,
dressed. He did
yeah,
not even dress up. He wore a pair
he
of
did
gray
not dress
trousers
up.
and a
Like
shirt.
everything was so off. It was so off.
Yeah.
And if you see some clip we saw then, that I think it was like 2019 during the COVID, whatever, you could see that the mother was telling her what to do, what to do this, do that. Like it was like
Yes.
she was like pushing her around because that
Yes.
child, 18 years old, is a child,
Yeah.
it's a child
It's a
basically.
child. It's a child.
So I blame the mother. In all this thing that is going on, Regina is the victim, in my opinion.
Yes.
That's my
Yes.
opinion. Is the
Yes.
victim from the mother's side and is the victim from the man's side. The
Correct.
man, that man, it's just that our country, we don't have a law. It's a lawless country. Is anyhow, like the anyhowness in that country is too much. Is
Yeah.
too much. Everybody is
Yes.
just doing what they like, especially
Yes.
those that are in power. You know, the anyhowness is too much. I just wish her all the best. And then also, she having custody of her 2 sons is not going to be easy because of again is
He's the
Nigeria
father.
anyhowness.
So he's still going to be in the life of the children. Yes, that is true.
No, the
That
thing
is
is
true.
that the man Ned has power more than Regina. Before Ned married Regina, Ned was already a millionaire. I remember he was in the whatever he was not number
So you
one
had heard of
lawyer.
so you have heard you had heard of Ned Nwoko. You had heard of him
Yes,
before Regina.
now.
So you knew who he
Yes,
was.
now.
Okay. I did not.
Ned Nwoko, go and Google that man out. That man was the number one lawyer representing Africa. He studied that man, not be small man, no man. Just it's like when you say that. What is the name of this former president that said that, like, it's like when, like, the man was already made. It's just that he was not popular in the social media space.
Oh wow.
Ned no become Ned because of Regina. No, go to go like, no, people that is no. The man was already made.
He was made.
Regina.
He was a success. He was a success.
He was already a success. Like, he's a successful lawyer till today. If you go back in the Ned Woko, if you go back in the, now I'm 40 years, in December I will be 41. If you go back, I'm talking about 15 years ago. Then
so that was
still a baby.
We're talking about 2010, 2005,
Yeah.
2000.
All those, in wife was still a baby. Maybe he was not even born yet. Ned was Ned. He was popular. It's just that because he's now is the internet era. People know him. Gen Z people know him through Regina. They are saying Regina made Ned. Which Regina they made Ned? Waiting. If I see, it's just that I don't blame all those people because they don't know Ned before. But what the fact is that Ned was already made before. You don't have to agree with me. Just go to your Google, type Ned Woko. Just type
Ned Woko.
The way you call that name is always, when you are calling it, I was like, oh my God, this is my auntie. You don't go keep me with laugh. That man was already, Regina did not make that man for anything.
Yeah, and it's so disappointing. You are educated, but it does not mean that you have any common sense. Why would you, a lawyer, you have so many wives, and you know that this is so lawless.
Yeah, but that is also Nigeria power. The rich always oppress the poor. They always use their power wrongly. You know, I better pass you, I will do you this, I will do you that. And there is no law that kind of protects the citizen.
Yes.
So
yes.
the rich always oppress the poor. And that is the fact. So all this charade that is going on, if they finally get divorced or they go to custody something, it's not going to favor Regina. And that video she made a couple of hours ago, he shoot herself on the foot. It's just that I know all these women supporting women. Sometimes we need to say it the way it is. And sometimes we Nigerians, when you talk too much, they're like, oh, you are just jealous, you are a hater. No. There is a real life and there is a social media. All those
so what's going to happen to Regina now?
Go this, go that, behind door, they are not there with you. You are like that video, she made the video, how many minutes? She said a lot without saying nothing. She was all over the place, like somebody went down high. I was like, what is this? It's better to be quiet like Queen May. Just keep silent than saying nonsense. Sorry, I don't know if I can use that word.
Yes,
because
you can.
The person she's fighting with, no be small man. You know? The person, she said no, that the person has a connection. He's strong. Now sitting senator, right?
But the thing is that we have to support her, because if not,
when it comes to money, yeah, sister Auntie Fumi, I understand we have to support her, but we also have to put her in the right direction. She's still young, she's just 24. When I was in 24 years, I don't even know what I was doing with my life, not to talk of getting married. I was still growing because I lost my mom when I was really young. That was 33 years ago. So I was raised by my grandmother. So 24 years old, I was still finding myself, you know. Yeah. So she, even when I watched the video she posted, she was all over the place. She talks a lot, like she said a lot. At the same time, she didn't say anything. That video did not even help her.
what do you suggest now?
What I suggest is that she should keep quiet. She should just mute. If I thought that she want to take any action, she should do it legally or legally. Sorry, my Netherlands, because I speak Dutch. Sometimes the L is
Yes.
yeah.
But
So
what about the brother and the sister that have been arrested?
the brother and the sister that has been arrested, that man was absolutely wrong. That is abuse of power. I
Ah,
thought about our country. Rich people like to intimidate the poor. As far as they are richer than you, they like to intimidate the poor. Also, Nigerians, we worship money. We worship name. As far as your name ring a bell or your family name is ringing a bell, everybody will lick your toe or whatever. So that man arresting her brother is absolutely wrong. And I feel like he's too big for that. Like, come on now, you are more than 60 years old. You
that's
have
why she
seen
came out
life.
and spoke. That was why
Yeah,
she came out and spoke, because she wouldn't have said anything. It was only the arrest and the beating of Sammy that she had to speak up, because his power and influence, she now said, I've got power and influence. I want to go. I don't want to stay. That's the only thing. She left with
I
nothing.
get it. Auntie Fumi. All those things could have been avoided. You know,
How can it be
his brother
avoided
being
if you do not want her
arrested.
to leave?
Let me tell you why I say it could have been avoided.
Ah,
I don't like family putting, choking mouth inside the
yes,
husband
yes,
and wife
yes, matter.
matter. So I remember, let me quickly tell you a story. I remember when I was in Lagos and my elder sister, the one I'm following direct, so she got married at like maybe 25. So she got married, and this guy always, give her auto. I don't know if I can use the word the live
What's that?
session. So abuse, like
What does
always
that mean? What's auto?
woto, like you go collect woto now. It's Nigerian slangs now. Like if you like abuse in
Okay,
correct English. So, but
okay.
in pidgin English, I will give you woto. So
Yes.
sorry if you don't know the word. Yeah, the slang. So the guy always kind of hit my sister, and then I know about it, but my sister was like, don't tell my father, don't tell our father. So she kind of always lie, or is either I fall and then whatever. So one day, this guy actually beat nonsense out of my sister, but I was not in the village then. So, and he threw her out. So my sister has nowhere to go. So she just went back to my father's house. And then he was telling my father he has been beating me and all of that. So my father went to arrest that guy. That guy spent 2 weeks, 2 weeks in jail. And
Very
the
good.
whole village practically begged my father, because my father is a title man. So, and then people kind of begging, like everybody were begging, even the family of the man and
Yes.
all of that were begging
Yes.
begging my dad to release their son. So when he finally released that guy, since then the guy never raised hand.
Very good. Very
On
good.
my sister, never. And me, I did not put my, because he no concern me. As you take carry your leg go there, still carry your leg comot. Come to me when I was having a little issue with my husband. I told my brother, because I have a brother in Italy, but I don't have really any family in Belgium.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, this is what I'm going through. These Oyibo people. I was just, ranting. That is because he called me at the wrong time. Like, he called me when I was angry. Now, when sometimes he called me when I was angry. So out of that anger, I
You
kind
said
of
it.
ranted, said, this is, and then when we finished talking, he went to send my husband message, how dare you treat my sister, whatever. And then afterwards, I called him, I warned him, I said, please, I did not talk to you for you to go and insult him or talk to him. I'm an adult. if I know that I cannot, because it was just a little misunderstanding. Also, we speak different languages, and our growing up is not also the same. So I was like, no, don't do that. It's my cross. If I thought that I want to leave, I will leave. I told you because when you called me, I was in that my emotion, like I
Yes,
just pour my heart out to
yes.
you. That does not give you the right to kind of sending him message with a threatening message. We are not in Nigeria, we are in Europe. Don't threaten anybody.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay. Nene, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
I stand with your brother 110. In fact, your brother
Okay.
was calm 110%, because you see, the dynamic here is that he's your brother. He grew up with you. He loves you. You have to be very careful. And this is for Fumi Nation. When you talk to your family, don't talk about the disputes if you have with your spouse, because
Mm-hmm.
you're 100% correct. It was a misunderstanding or whatever lied between husband and wife.
And wife.
But
Yeah.
you see, what happened was you told a family member who loves you a different way. Tale me, I would have showed up at your front door and I would have threatened his life. And I would never get along with him. Because the thing is that once you put that in my mind, I can't unsee it,
Yeah.
because I love you a different way. So the mistake laid with you. You should, as much as you are upset, go, you shouldn't have said it to him, because that's your brother. Your brother,
Yeah.
think about it. Think about it. If you told your brother it beats me up and bleeding, do you, any brother of sort, oh, sorry, okay, and get on with his life? Would that be a
He
normal
dare
reaction?
not.
But that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. So
He
he
dare not
reacted.
to beat me up. He
So
dare
he,
not.
so
They're not
he,
gonna
no.
wear.
It's not the beating. What I'm saying is that
Yeah, I get
the
what you mean. Yeah.
reaction expected from your
Yeah.
brother was
Yeah.
very natural. He
Yeah.
reacted naturally because he genuinely loves you. If he hadn't, it would have been weird. Just get on with his life, continue. It wouldn't have been. I would, okay, let me speak for myself. I would have even felt disappointed, even with you, Nene. I'd have said, Nene, I told you this matter, and you said nothing. Come and do something now. I'm really, really here out here on my own. Do you see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's
I
part of,
think, sorry to cut you off. I think why is because is that I live in Belgium. So I know their law, I
yeah,
studied nursing here. So I
very
like
good.
the way I even know the law is even more than the way I know my own country law.
Yeah. How long have you
So
lived there?
I have been here since 2013.
Yes,
2013.
yes.
That
It's
is
a long time now. Yeah.
yeah. So why I said, yeah, not only you just for the threat message, in Africa you can threaten
Oh,
somebody and
Nene,
get away with it.
we have to wrap up, my darling, because we have
Okay.
two more waiting here. I beg your pardon. I
Okay,
can
okay,
see
okay,
who was
okay. It
there,
was nice
Kaya
talking
and
to you.
Pastor. I can see the two of them. Nene,
Yeah,
it was such a pleasure.
it was
Such a
nice talking to
pleasure.
you.
It was very nice talking to you. I want you to come back. Will you come
Okay.
back?
Yes,
Please
I'll
come
come
back.
back
I'm
definitely.
just seeing the two of them
Definitely.
here. I beg your
Definitely.
pardon. Mwah.
But
Good night.
I think you could invite more than one
Okay,
person
let me
at the
see.
same
Let
time.
me add them. Yes, I can add. I've added
Yeah, so we can
Kaya.
have a conversation rather.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then let me add
Yeah,
Pastor Raha.
you can add more than
Okay,
one.
I
Yeah, you
beg
can
your
add more
pardon.
than
Hello,
rather.
girls. I'm so sorry.
Sissy.
I saw you at the bottom there. I was like, ah, I missed you guys. Okay, so you guys talk with each other, but you have to introduce yourselves. I'm so excited. Okay, go ahead.
Me
Pastor,
too.
Pastor Ra,
Hi, I'm Pastor Ron, the Cummings
Pastor
Atheist.
Ra, where you from? I said, where you from?
I'm from Liberia,
Oh,
but I
beautiful.
live in North Carolina
North
in
Carolina.
America.
Lovely to hear from you. And then
Mhm.
Kaya, where you from?
Hi, Auntie Fumi.
Hello,
Lovely
darling.
speaking to you. I'm from
Lovely.
London.
Oh my God, your
I'm
neighbors.
from
All right.
London, North London, and
All
I'm
right.
such a big fan. I'm such a big
I
fan, and I'm
love it.
so
Yeah.
happy to be here. Finally,
Oh,
to
so
speak to you in the
Pastor
flesh.
Wale.
You know what?
All
I've
right.
wanted to attend some of the events that you've done in London, and I just miss them because I'm always working. So I hope there's something happening very soon.
That's okay. Something is happening. I'm going to
Oh,
have
great.
have like a whole cluster of them, so you guys can come. You're really, because so much is happening,
Amazing.
you know.
Yeah.
But I'm really happy and excited to see you, to talk with you. This is what I love more than anything. So, Pastor, go ahead. You tell me what you have to say.
You know, usually I don't comment on you know, stuff that's out of the country.
Yeah.
But I've watched Regina Daniels movies. I'm an African movie like fan. So I've watched movies from the time she was a little girl, right? Um, I didn't agree with the marriage. I understood it, but I didn't agree with it. I understood that, you know, sometimes in Africa, because I'm from Liberia, right? So I
Yes.
understand Africans, we can suffer. There's places where people suffer. There's mental anguish that happens to Africans that people really don't talk about, especially to women, right?
Yes.
I understand the idea of being with someone for money. You
Yes.
understand me? And thinking that it's love just because you don't want to run out of money, of means of provision. You understand? I'm not saying I agree with what her mom did. I believe that her mother went along with her. I don't think that she
Thank
forced
you.
her daughter. I don't think that she forced Regina to marry this man. The people
That's
who are
what
saying that, oh, she forced her or she's the one who pushed her, I don't agree with that, because I know that at 18, even though I didn't have no sense, I had sense. And I still made decisions regardless of whether people liked it or not, right? But what I think her mother did was to go along with what she wanted to do, because she looked at the situation. She said, you know what? We're going to have money and my daughter is going to be taken care of. My family is going to be taken care of. And maybe the weight that my daughter has been carrying all these years, taking care of. Regina said something today on her live, on her video. She said she was the breadwinner. So
Yes.
think about the
That
fact
is
that this
right.
girl was under pressure from the
That-
time she was little.
That is
She was
why.
a child, not a child. She was under pressure. She took care of all her siblings. One is in London. One is all of them are doing well because of this girl. You understand me? And she took her whole family along. So when the
yes.
opportunity arose, and then you also said something that was really true about the father. The
Yes.
father is wasn't in the picture. So of course we already know this, that the psychological damage. You know, I'm looking for safety, protection, what a
Yes.
man brings, because we as Africans, we think that without a man, we're nothing. I'm
Yes.
sorry to say it's true. It's
Yes.
true all over Africa. You know, men,
Yes.
even though women care, we are the backbone, men are
Yes.
made to believe like, you know,
Yes.
without them, we can't survive, right? So
Yeah.
subconsciously, unconsciously, a lot of women have that in mind. No, I need this backup of a man. Even though I'm making my own money, I need this backup of a man. I need this
So
backup of money, of
yes.
and the prestige. So I believe that her mother went along with it, even though she may have disagreed with it. She went along with it because she looked at the, what's the word I'm looking for?
The
The
opt.
the
Mm.
what? She looked.
Opportunity.
Not
Look at
just
the
opportunity
optics.
though. She looked at
The
the
optics.
What she
So
can
she
get.
weighed the optics and said
What
to
she can
herself, "Well,
get.
this will
yeah,
be okay. This will way out."
exactly. And then she was like, okay, fine, maybe I'll be there. That's what, you notice her mom was with her everywhere. You understand?
Yes.
It's almost like, okay,
Yes.
I'll be there. I'll be there to watch over her, but I'm gonna allow her to go this route because she's been the breadwinner. This will take the weight off her shoulder, and this man is
Yes.
not gonna take care of the family. You understand me? Like, it was almost like ding, 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 like, okay, let's go ahead and do that. And I believe that's what happened with this
You know
young
what?
girl. And I don't think that we as women should be over here blaming her like she was making her own money. Like, look at the psychology of Africa.
Mm.
You understand? What are we talking about here? I lived in Africa until I was 20. You understand? I'm now 45, but yet I still have that
Yeah.
mindset. Sometimes I have to break myself out of that mindset of, you know, that subservient mindset. You understand me sometimes,
I understand what
Yes,
you're
yes,
saying.
yes.
No,
right?
that was golden. You said something that was golden, and I didn't think of it, and I always call it true for what it is. You are absolutely right. That perhaps she said, marry this man to take the weight, the responsibility off of her. He had to be rich because she was taking care of the family. I live for
Mhm.
you. Kaya, go right ahead, Mama. Tell me what you think, sweetheart.
So
Yeah.
I agree to some extent. I think the only thing I wanted to comment on, which and I think this is really important, was the social media stuff that she should have not spoken. I genuinely feel like, you know what, she should have, because this is a thing with Africa and African men and the people in power, you know, and we need to stop this narrative of, you know, just because you've got money doesn't mean that, you know, you need to shut people out just because you got money. And I think, and from what you said is important, that no, she needs to speak out, because at the end of the day, if that's the only thing she's got, yeah, she's got fame. Fair enough, he was known, he's, you know, he's this big politician, he's got connections. But guess what? We've seen how social media works, right?
Yeah.
We've seen the public, you know, I don't know what you call it, you know, like when before you even get judged or whatever, we see how people go down just because of social media.
Yeah.
Because when you
Yeah,
rally
but
around
wait.
somebody
Yeah,
Nene, go
sorry,
ahead.
sorry to interrupt. If she wants, speaking is okay, speaking up is okay, but she has to put her
with
thoughts
wisdom, yes.
in
So
what
yeah,
together, because that last video she posted, she was all over the place.
no, do you know?
She said a lot without saying anything at the end of the video.
Yeah,
So she has to think. If she has to write it down, she has to do
yeah.
so. And
Yeah.
And I think she needs good people
speaking up is
around her
good,
that can
but you
advise her
have
as
to
well.
know what you are talking about. We all
Yeah,
saw what Senator Natasha went through, a whole sitting senator. If she can go through all of that,
That is
you know what
true.
I mean?
yeah,
She also big on social media. If she can go through all of that, just imagine what a regular Nigerian
yeah.
will go through. So
But
she
do
can
you
speak
think? Do you?
up, but she
Uh,
has.
but do you think that? Aren't y'all tired of this narrative of trying to shut women up?
Yes.
I am. I
Like what?
personally, you know,
I mean, this girl has a right to say whatever. Maybe because
If
I lived in America for so long now. I don't know. But all I know is that when I hear people say, oh, she's 24 or 25, because we're not
we are
sure.
saying the
But if
same thing.
she has a right, even if she doesn't make sense, she has a right to her thoughts. They have just grabbed her brother, her sister, her mom out here
We
thank
are
looking
you.
crazy.
saying
What I mean, why wouldn't she look traumatized? She has
we
to
are
look
saying the
traumatized
same.
on that video.
See, understand me,
You know,
in a real life situation, there are two young children involved, and the man he's battling with is a
but you
strong
know
lawyer.
what? This is the thing, and this is
So
what I'm saying.
she shouldn't
Kaya,
shoot
let
herself
Kaya
on the
speak.
foot
Yes.
Right. This is
because
what
of
I'm saying.
Let,
custody battle. Because of custody battle.
I get what
That
you're
is where
saying
I'm
about, you
coming
know,
from.
he's a lawyer and everything. I get that. And this is what I mean. This narrative, you know, and at the end of the day, as a people, for example, you know, fair enough, you know, in Nigeria, like, you know, you got men in power, you know, women's rights are not as seen, you know, seen as much. And just because you got money, things happen. But this narrative, and, you know, I know it's real life, but we need to, you know, things need to change, because if we're going to be, you know, we're going to continue to say things like that, then it's not going to change. People won't come out and speak. We've seen women that have come out, you know, and I get that, you know what, she's got. Do you really think that this man, if he had any, you know, any ounce of sense in him, and he wants to keep his reputation, and he wants to remain the lawyer that he is, he would not do. He's not going to cause any harm to his kid, you know, to his children, or to Regina herself. Like personally, he might, you know, take away her money or whatever. But guess what? At the end of the day, she knows, you know, because she's not poor, right? She is not poor. She's an, you know,
no.
an actress. She's gonna get, you know, she's just not as rich as he is, right? She's not gonna die, for God's sake. So to me, I just feel like, you know what, that in a way, you know, in it, and I know you don't mean it that way, but it's that's how it comes across. And you know, I don't want women or even young women, you know, to feel like, okay, you know what, they can't speak out because when they're being abused, because in a way, it is abuse. It is abuse. It's not. It
Yes.
might not be physical, but it's mental.
Yes.
It's psychological. It's all of
Yes.
that, you know.
And it starts from there. Well, it
So
is
even if she
physical.
comes out, even if she came out and, you know, and she said things that didn't make sense to people, but to
Yeah.
her, do you know what this woman, you know, this girl is going through mentally? We don't know. Maybe that was a way of just like, you know what, F it, whatever it is, like, you know what, I'm gonna come out and speak. And she said, you know, she said herself that, you know what, the only reason she came out to speak is because of what's happened to her siblings, right? So
Yes.
imagine this stuff has been happening for years, and who knows what, you know, how much threat this man has, you know, put on her. he came out and said, you know, she's been on drugs and, you know, all this stuff. And then there's people that's been saying certain things like, you know what, he is known. So who knows, like, you know, the threats he's been, you know, and who knows how quiet she's kept. But all I'm saying, you know, I feel like on both sides, the mom and him, it's just all a mess. But the only thing I wanted, and I don't, you know, I don't normally comment on things, but the only thing I wanted to comment on is this thing of shutting people up, because we know where things end up. You know, when women don't speak up, I'm all for women, and but I'm also for just, you know, just people. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm just for people, human rights. Everyone has got their rights, regardless whether it's social media or anything. Like, you know, nobody should be shut out to speak up, regardless of, you know.
Yes. No, Kaya, you know, I agree. All of you have very, very good points. And you are absolutely right. In this age, because I see so much of me in you. You're very strong and you stand 10 toes deep. I live for it. I think all of you are kind of in your 40s. So I see that you
I
have
think
a
so.
completely, yes. So you're 15 years older than most of you here. And I love it. I want you to keep that energy, because with women like you, it will change. You see, our generation, somebody will be the scapegoat. We would speak out, but that person that spoke out will be punished for it deeply, as an example for the others to know, don't try it. But when we have an army, then that's different. And that's what Regina does need, to always have somebody to continue to speak up, because you can't just use an insecticide to kill all of these ants. You understand me? To kill all of these ants. You're going to need more than that. I want that kind of momentum to always fight for what is right, especially when it comes for women. Nini, I know you want to say something quickly. I've got to go, so I want us to have our final wrap up each one. Nini, go first, quickly.
So what I wanted to say is that I will suggest, maybe she will not see this video, but my opinion is that if she next time, I don't have any problem. I love women that speaks up, but there, as I said earlier, she has little children that they are still really young. So I feel like if she want to speak up next time, or if she want to post any video, she should go and talk to a lawyer first.
Okay.
So that whatever she will be saying will not use against her when it's time to do custody battle, because that man will not go down without fight concerning the children. And
Okay,
Regina
Pastor.
also will not go down without a fight concerning the children. We saw a case like that 2019, a sitting senator, I think it was Imo State. That woman did not see her children for 8 years.
Yes.
I know we are in social media. I'm from Nigeria, and Tifumi is also from Nigeria. We all know that Nigeria does not have a law. That is why I call it a lawless country. So Regina has to trade with caution for the sake of her children. That is what I have to, for the sake of those young children. That is what I'm talking about. She can speak up, but she should be guided. Because the man has already said she has a problem with drugs. He put it out there already that she has to go to rehabilitation center. So that one was already a tag, meaning she's not fit enough to be a mom. As I said, social media is not a real life.
Somebody mentioned also that this is what happened with FFK and Snow White. FFK and his wife. Yes, somebody just mentioned. Okay, Pastor, what do you have to say, my love?
All you want, but behind the door, we are not living there with her. If she's not careful, we have seen this FK on how he played out. On social media, and we are also seeing how he played out behind the scene when the woman did not see the children for years. And as a mom, I can't even imagine I can't even imagine as a mom. So that's why I'm saying whatever she's saying, she should be careful.
Yeah. Pastor, go ahead, darling. Go ahead. What are your final thoughts?
My final thoughts is that everybody is not the same. Everybody's destiny is not the same. You understand? What happened to whatever doesn't mean that it has to happen to this young lady. I mean, I
Yes.
I
feel
agree
like
with you.
this young lady's story is
Yeah.
reaching far because look at me,
Yes.
I'm way over here and
Yes.
I'm invested. I think they
Yes.
need to free Sammy. I think they
Yes.
need to stop acting as if like people don't have human rights. You understand
Wow.
me? And women don't have women rights. You
Yes.
understand? I feel like God is in control and that it's okay for people to make
Amen.
mistakes. It's okay
Amen.
for people to make mistakes. Regina made a mistake. Her mother made a mistake, but now we're
Yeah.
not going to crucify them for making a mistake and say, well, she should go. She wants to be in a Rolls Royce. I've seen that comment too. And
Yes.
so it's
Me,
okay for her to be abused. No, I
No.
know a
no,
lot of
that one I
abused women
agree with
who
you.
have
Yes.
made their husbands look good in public because they were so embarrassed and they didn't have nowhere to go. We don't know what this woman was suffering under behind the
Yeah.
scenes. Maybe you
Yeah.
don't know what kind of threat she would threaten. And I feel like this time she needs to speak up so that she doesn't disappear the way how other people have disappeared into the woodwork and then we
That's
don't
the
know what
truth.
happened to them. I believe
I
that it's
We
time
are
for her to speak up
we
anyhow.
are all
She
saying
feels like
the same
speaking
thing.
up and we need
We
to
pray for
pray
you.
for her. Pray for her family. Pray for this young man and this woman who's gone who knows where. That's what I think.
Amen.
a hundred
Yeah,
percent. I
I
love
agree
that. I
with you
love that comment,
100%.
Pastor.
I
Thank
agree
you.
with you.
Yeah.
I agree
Kenya,
with
please,
you.
my darling. Final thoughts, my
I
love.
absolutely agree with Pastor Rona. I agree with everything that you said, and I think Regina at this point probably doesn't even know it, but she's helping so many young women, so
Yes.
many young women. And for
Yes.
me, I feel like what Auntie Fumi just said, that sometimes somebody has to be for things to change, someone has to come out. Somebody has to be, unfortunately, has to be a scapegoat. They have to go through that for other women to that are coming behind her to say that actually no, I'm not going to accept this. And
Yes.
like
Pioneer.
yeah, and yeah, exactly. And people make mistakes and everything, we can't crucify her. It's happened, but it's how we move forward, how we move forward and what's the society that we're shaping now. So I'm proud of her. I feel like just for speaking out because, you know, I mean, we don't know what's going on behind closed doors. So what he said, she said, but the
Mm.
fact that she's spoken out, then the power is not all in his hands. It's not just his narrative, you know. So there's always two sides to a story, and then the truth. So I think that to me, I know that she's gonna make a difference. She might not see it now, but I'm sure she will. But yeah, that's my final thoughts.
I thoroughly enjoyed this live. I'm going to
It was
come back.
amazing.
I
You
will
need to do this
Yeah.
fantastic.
often. I'll be here
I'm
all
so
the
I'm
happy
time.
to meet you.
I
Auntie
am so
Fumi.
Happy to meet you too.
You guys
please
Oh,
give me
subscribe to my
check the
YouTube channel,
details.
and a blessing. Auntie Fumi, chat
Yes.
me up now. I
I
do
no, I
video
will check.
also.
You know what it is? Let me put my email address. I'm going to put it down here for you. You send me messages and I will follow you and promote you because this is what I love more than anything. It gives me
Okay.
the platform is not mine, it's ours. Look at how you
Yeah, it's
made
and
this.
for
ours.
me,
we,
I,
we
I
did
also
it
just
Yeah.
want to say
together.
something. I
Tell
wanted to
me.
say something. So
Tell me.
yeah, so I know so when I started following you is when you actually, I think you promoted somebody's book. It was like an autism book. And
Yes.
so I'm also an author as well. I've got a son who's,
Send it to
autistic.
me.
I'm a founder of a CIC as well, so a community interest company in Enfield.
Yeah,
We support families, mainly from minorities with children with special education needs and disabilities.
Send it to
So
me.
I'll
Because you
send
know
you
I'm a
that.
huge advocate for children on the spectrum.
Yes, I know. So
I
that's
believe in that.
I started
Yes, I
following
do.
you from that, and I've just been a fan since then. So I think when I wanted to come to your event as well, I was like, I'm gonna surprise you and bring it, but then I just,
Okay, so
unfortunately
it
didn't
doesn't
make
matter.
it. But
Because what I would love, as a matter of fact, I was
yeah,
telling you, I was saying today, I'm going to have another live and then do
yeah,
the unboxing of all of your businesses. The thing is
amazing.
that Fulmination is bigger than me. Look at it.
Yeah,
This is Fulmination. It's become bigger than me. The demands have become bigger. The stakes are getting
yeah.
higher. And what I really want to do, and I can tell you here, and I'm fighting for it. I think it's time that we have a television show, that we actually have
Ooh,
live audience, that we
yeah,
actually have
that'd be
television come.
amazing.
Wow, yeah,
It's
that
going
would
to
be
nice.
be
interesting.
it's going to be
Really.
amazing, right? So I am really fighting for that.
Yeah.
I'm
Yes,
in
it is.
negotiation audience, and I have Gnat. She's going to scream because I called her name, but we really want to have a live show. We really want to have our guests who are our audience members, and so we're looking for studio space. I'm looking for the optics, for the proximity, because I'm a mom and I have Adrian, but he's getting older now, so he's giving me more time. I have the brand. I am just torn in a million places, but my affection and dedication has never deviated from you. It has always been you. It has always been about you. It has always been because of you. And so I don't want to cry. I don't know why I'm feeling emotional, but this is what I fight for. This is what I enjoy. This is what I live for. And I'll do right by you. Just give me a little time and let me try and get make the team that I already have bigger, so that I don't have to micromanage, so that way I can delegate for them to do other things and I can focus on being the voice for now. And, I want it to be where, Kaya, you have your own show. Pastor, you have your own show. Nina, you have your own show. It's a tree with a branch. It's not about me. We started it, but it really is yours. So use it. Use me. That's the point of it. If not, then this is useless. And I'm so happy how we disagreed and we agreed in the most civil.
That is why I say you could.
So
That's why I say you
beautiful.
could
I'm so
invite
Women
more than
happy
empowerment.
one person
that we
so we
can
can have a
agree to
conversation.
disagree.
Yes.
It was fantastic. I planned to be in here 30 minutes. This is the best for me. That I'm
Almost
not
2 hours,
over
actually.
that. I live and love.
Oh
I
my
could jump
God.
to the sky. It's such a pleasure, Kaya. Kaya, send me your book.
I will do.
Send me pasta out there in North Carolina. I'll come over there, see you. We cook together. We kiki. I
Come,
love you.
come. I
Thank you
do
so
hair,
much.
nails,
I
makeup.
do
I
hair
do everything.
also.
I do
Well,
I
everything.
do hair also, but not
send me the email, send me
professionally.
the stuff, and what I'll
Yes.
do
I
is
will do.
I'll prep and I'll bring it out here, and then you guys can come out here and we can. Especially, I love it when we don't agree, because then
Yes,
I
now
want
we have
to.
to
Yes,
disagree
that's it. I don't
sometimes.
want us to agree. I want us to agree to disagree, and
Yeah.
you
To
bring.
agree and disagree.
I love it. I love it. I love you. Take care of
I
I
love
yourself,
love
you.
you too.
and
You
I
made
will
my
Love
I
day.
will
you
make
too.
this a regular every week. How
Yes.
about that? Okay, Fulmination, I
Uh,
live
I'll
for
be
you.
right at the
That
front,
would be nice.
waiting.
Kaya, I already know. I already know you. And you know what? I'll say it out here in public. The next event you come as a guest, you don't have to pay. You don't have to
Oh,
pay. You just come as my little one.
Oh,
Okay?
I live in
oh,
Belgium,
that's
so I can come.
nice.
I live
No,
in
no, don't,
Belgium,
I
don't worry
can't
about
so
it.
I
believe
Kaya.
this.
cannot come.
That your son is special needs, don't even worry. I'll take care of you. You don't have to. Just that's my gift to your son. He's my
Oh,
son too.
nice.
How old is he? How old is
How
your
old
He's
is
son?
he?
9 years old.
God
Oh,
His name
nine
is
bless
years.
him.
Oh,
Logan.
wow.
Yes.
What's his
He
name?
literally, you know what? I always tell this testimony. I'm not gonna cry, but oof, he literally said his first word last year.
Oh,
So he's never spoken. And it was on the 1st of January last year.
oh
He was with my
no.
mom, and my mom was like, she called me, she was screaming. She said, he's just said his first word. I'm like, what do you mean? Then she put him on camera. It's like, he just said apple. And this is the boy. And
Oh,
8 years.
When I tell
Oh,
people that, so when people ask me like, okay, but was he saying a few words? Because you can have pre-verbal and non-verbal. I'm like, no, it was actually just non-verbal. All he used to do is just mumble, like, just like just make noises, humming sounds and everything. Yeah, and since then it talks. Obviously, speech is still, developing. But I know by the grace of God that what my worst fear, or what I was really worried about, because with autism, it's like they don't really tell it could turn out they could be like, okay, but it might speak, it might not, so you just don't know, like you literally. But I always had faith, because I always say that what God has the final say regardless. So even if I'm told this, I have faith in him, and I know that God has not brought him on he's given him to me, so I feel
yeah.
like he's
But
given him
you,
to you for a reason.
you
Hmm.
yeah,
to
God
take
cannot
care
give
of
you
it.
what you
Yeah,
cannot
exactly,
handle.
what you can handle,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
even like it just came out nappies, like it's almost like everything just happened last year. It came out nappies, it started talking, And now it's like the boy can't stop talking. I'm like, you know what? It's okay. Just you keep talking. You know, it's okay. I'm getting used to it. But
Yeah,
now
because
I've got a different problem. Now I've got a
no,
different problem. I mean, it's not a
because
problem, but it's, you know, it's
you're a good mom. You're a good mom.
Oh,
thank you
You're
so
a
much.
happy for
wonderful
you.
mother.
Yeah.
And it has humbled me because I became a mother later on in life.
Yeah.
And I say that because I never knew how much power and salute I give you women, you know. And then on top of that, to have a child with special needs, I realized that there's not enough for Black women across the board. You understand me? There's not enough for women, Black, white, blue, green, old, young. And I didn't see anybody really supporting us, you know. And I would have wanted this community for me
Yeah.
when I was younger, you know, a safe space. That's what if I die tomorrow, and I'm not saying to be morbid, but what would I have wanted to leave behind
Behind.
for your son to have had the opportunities because somebody gave mama a chance?
Yeah.
That's it.
Absolutely.
That's it.
Yeah.
For your daughter, for you, pastor, for your hair, for all the nails that you do, for all of the cooking, to have given you the chance for your true greatness. Because that I believe it, sure as I'm seeing all of you. I believe we are great. I believe that we didn't come this far just to come this far.
Yeah.
And so the trajectory of what I wanted to be changed. I wanted to be famous. I wanted to be in all of the films. I wanted until I had Adrian.
Yeah.
And it changed. And I said, no, it doesn't mean anything if I don't have substance, if I don't have where I can touch inside my soul to know you did good today. And that good not for me is to give it back because I have. So God bless you. God bless you.
Bless
I
you.
live for this. Yeah, absolutely. You get in touch with me. Pastor, get in touch with me.
I will do
Nini,
100%.
I live and love you. Nation, I love you
Sending
at
you
your
guys
feet,
all the
and I
love
Thank
will
you
see
so
you
much.
from
guys
Belgium.
sooner than later.
Have
All
a
of
good
my
evening.
love.
Bye.
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 Bye. How do
Oh,
I go off on this? Okay.
God.
Bye.
Bye.
How do I go off? I think
Me
you.
too. How do I get off?